Hey, hello everybody to the tribe of aftermarketweekly.com. It's Carm Capriato, 12 noon East Coast time, 9 a.m. out there on the West Coast. Glad to have you here. It's the fastest 25 minutes and most fun automotive aftermarket news magazine show that you'll ever have. And typically sitting over here to let me see, my right side, my left side, depending on how you're looking at me. Tom Ham is usually with me. This is the second week in a row I don't have Tom Ham with me. Well, Tom, he was sick last week. This week, I have to announce that he has pneumonia. So he's in the hospital, by the way, and our prayers and well wishes go out to Tom. And I know his wife, Deb, is sick too. So they've got their challenges underhand. But Tom and I speak through actually texting each and every day. And so anyone has an extra prayer hanging around, send it out to Tom and Deb Ham's way. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Yet the aftermarketweekly.com show continues to go on as I've been doing solo, realizing how much work Tom does to pull this entire show off as we work together to do that. Today, oh my God almighty, we have one heck of a shop tour. We're going to Matt's Auto Service, and he's got a 6 location, Matt Lakowitzer. And I have to tell you, if you if not seen this is a brand new beautiful place. Rick, show us the inside lobby. We're gonna be at Matt's place later today. So ironic, Matt did a podcast with me and it released today, and ironically he was on my Town Hall Academy last Friday as we were talking about the business side of ADAS, and it wasn't planned this way. It's just like all all the stars lined up. And Matt Lakowitzer from Matt's Automotive will be on for our shop tour today at about, let me see, about 18 minutes after the hour. One more time on the Apex Awards and Honors. The deadline is Friday, July 31st. Apex, for the first time ever, is honoring the top shop owner of the year, technician, and service advisor of the year. Go to aapexshow.com/service awards, and you can download a PDF version, complete it. You've got until Friday, and we'd sure love to see tons of people that I know. So, and by the way, everyone, lots of stuff going on that I keep hearing and reading about the COVID vaccine, and hopefully we can get this thing behind us with a vaccine. And I know it's not going to happen overnight. I get all that. Well, hey, let's move on to the magazine show and let's do what's trending now. One of the things that I want to talk about is the sweet spot for repairing vehicles, the 6 to 12 year sweet spot. The average age of the vehicle is 11.9 years. And that sweet spot, by the way, is 2014 to 2018. And I I want to say that that's the bread and butter of the independent repair. And so here's my question to you, and I don't have the answers, but I want to know, are you marketing to this vehicle owner? Their warranty is over with. Uh, are you taking pictures of a really beautiful looking car taken care of so well that say 2014, um, or younger or older, and talk about the repairs that were done and the longevity that this repair is going to mean to the owners as far as not having, the depreciation and the new cost of a car. And have you taking a look lately? In fact, I just saw some stuff about the new F-150, and or the new Bronco that Ford's coming out with. And then you wait until the end and you see how many almost hundreds of thousands of dollars these new vehicles are gonna cost. I know a friend of mine stopped over the other day with his F-250 diesel, and I said, "What did that set you back, Dick? 60,000?" He goes, "No, 80. You haven't priced trucks in a while, have you, Carm?" So, you know, there's and when you think about the depreciated value that comes in the early ownership of a vehicle, it costs an awful lot of money to buy vehicles. But what's everyone doing? Longer terms, lower rates to entice people to buy cars. Keep in mind, I think COVID is going to accelerate a trend away from mass transit, away from buses, and maybe not even in carpooling, or maybe even in ride hailing, such as Lyft. So, important thing to think about where the average age of the vehicle is, where's your sweet spot, and don't forget there's 280 million vehicles on the road, so there's no reason to compete with your local friend or buddy. It's just there's so much work for everyone out there. So there's my little thing on trending now. Let's do the survey every week. We do a survey, and we take one of the surveys from Tom Ham's website, aftermarketweekly.com. And oh, by the way, you guys all know I'm from Remarkable Results Radio podcast with over 800 episodes out there. Well, this survey, Rick put up the survey now. We talked about, here's the survey. Which of these would you say are significant issues at your shop? And the number one answer there is employees finding good employees. The second one is car count, enough cars to work on. The third was health insurance costs. The fourth in ranking would be managing the entire operation. So interesting to see that. And then number five, diagnosing and repairing difficulties. I don't want to get into this in detail, but what I do want to do is I want to bring on someone with me, first time I'm ever doing this, that can talk about car count is Ron Ipack. Hello, Ron.
Howdy, howdy. How are you?
Ron, I can't hear you. There you go. Hey,
There we
great
go.
to see you, Ron. Give us a few minutes on how we can improve our car count, because I think you know something about that.
Yeah. I think they call me Captain Car Count. So, and you could not have just lobbed me a softball better than what you just talked about the average age of the vehicles that are on the road right now, because that is the biggest underserved market that's out there. And it almost makes me want to pull my hair out when people say they can't find enough cars. Look, you've already got enough cars in your shop. You already have enough customers. The problem is you're not marketing to them. As you just pointed out, that was the big question you had is, are you marketing to those people? And the answer is 99 out of 100 shops are not marketing properly or enough to their current customers and getting them back in the door as often as they really should. So let's look at it this way. If you've got 1,000 customers in your database that have been in your shop, let's say in the last year, what if we can get them in one more time this year? Okay, that would be in 1,000 more visits in a year. Okay, so that's almost 20 visits per week that you can add to your car count. So it's not a car count shortage. What it is it's really a shortage of the marketing that you're doing to get the people back in your shop.
I love it. I appreciate that. Is there any one really quick tactic you can throw at the audience?
Yes, everything. Use a multimedia approach. Okay, because it just happened here. You contacted me by email, and I've got 44,000 unread emails. So if you're doing email marketing only, look, you're not going to reach everybody. You got to use text message. You have to use Facebook Messenger. You should be using video. You should be using the phone. You have to do a multimedia approach if you want to grab their attention. If you're using just one channel, chances are you're going to miss them.
Boy, do I appreciate that, Ron. There's some of the best advice that we could ever have from Captain Car Count, and that is, here's what I took away. There's no one silver bullet in growing car count and marketing to your customers. You've got to, like you say, it's almost like a Gatling gun approach, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just got to do it all.
Hey, on such short notice, my friend Ron Ipack, thanks for being here, man.
No problem.
See you
anytime.
Okay, see you. Okay, wow, that was really cool. The first time ever we had a expert to come on, and you know what, Rick? I haven't seen our shop show up yet, and which is so interesting that I'm. Okay, here we are. Sorry about any behind the scenes stuff, everyone. But look, I want to talk now about technology, and what I want to talk about with you is the cloud and how important and how valuable the cloud has been to us over all the years, and we may not even know it. I got some information from Forbes, and the power of the cloud would be worse today if we didn't have such a powerful cloud that when COVID hit and so many people worked from home and they didn't necessarily they literally weren't prepared to do it from home. But if it wasn't for the cloud, yes, the internet is there. We get the internet is there, but the application software that they were using to continue to do their job, so much of it was up and based on the cloud. What are we doing with the cloud ourselves? Think about it. Ordering groceries. We're watching Netflix from the park bench. You can listen to my podcast anywhere in the world, 724, because my stuff is up on the cloud. We visit doctors today over the cloud. Isn't that interesting? I mean, my wife has had an appointment recently and on the smartphone. Well, none of it happened if it wasn't up and on the cloud. Amazon's most profitable business element is called AWS, Amazon Web Services. We could be coming to you right now via Amazon's AWS. I'm not even sure how StreamYard works, but it could be. And here's the really interesting thing about the power of the web and the power of cloud servers. 13% of Amazon's total volume was AWS, but 52% of their income was from the cloud-based stuff. Let me just say one word to you: Zoom. Zoom, anyone? Anyone ever use PayPal? Well, here's the thing. 5G is coming out. We're never going to build the autonomous vehicle without a strong, very powerful, fast network of 5G. Now, what I also read recently, and I think it's something we should pay attention to, is that there's something coming out called edge computing. And it's all about processing data on the spot at the edge of the network. And it's going to be faster than the cloud by 30 times. And so that, to me, is what I think is going to be so critically important. I want to do one thing while we're kind of hanging here. And I want to be sure that my guest, Matt, who should be coming on here for our shop tour, and I can't wait to let you guys see that shop tour, is I just quickly sent him an email because I don't see him here in the prep studio yet. But in the meantime, thanks, Malin, for hanging out. Time to start planning your marketing for 2021. That's a really smart move. And my buddy Buckaroo Bob, thanks for hanging out. What a great fan of the show. Hey, here's something I want to share with you about cleanliness. Okay. So Ann and I were out. We were having coffee. This is a segment I call How I See It. We were having coffee, right? And as we sat down, we walked up to a table, and the opposite side of this card was facing up. See, this is a red side of the card. And Rick, take that off. And I want to explain that the green side of the card basically said, hey, this is clean. This is clean. Think about what cleaning fast food tables are going to be in the future. You walk up to a table, you see a green placard that faces you, and it says, hey, I've been here and I've cleaned this. I'm comfortable to sit down with it. Okay. Now, when I'm done, my responsibility, now Rick put that up, my responsibility is to flip the green side over and say to any customer who would walk up or to an associate who goes around looking for red cards, and they wipe down the table. Now, I've seen people wipe down tables better than they've ever done before. Remember, it used to be a quick rub and they're gone. Now today they're spraying, they're cleaning, they're doing the backs of the seats, they're doing any area that could be touched. So what I see and what I believe is going on that is important is we're having a whole lot better view of keeping our environments clean. And to me, this is the confidence builder that would keep me going to this particular coffee shop, is that I know the table's going to be clean because the sign was purposely changed. So we have responsibilities. We have responsibilities to ourselves as people who will sit down, flip the card, and we have, and then of course the business has responsibilities to do that. So think about it. My point is, how do we take this concept, this idea, back to our shops? I know you've got the plexiglass up. I know you're cleaning and spraying. I know you're doing contactless service, and at the same time, you're not even having people come in the shop. You know, a lot of people in the summer now have got tents outside, and they're inbounding their customers from the outside of the shop. So there's my little thing about how I feel. We're going to be a safer, cleaner society and get rid of this COVID thing. And you know, I'm a fan of masks. I'm a proponent of it. I believe they protect you and they prevent this crazy disease going around. Hey, guess what? It is time for our shop tour. Let me bring in Matthew Lockowitzer. Hello, Matt. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
I am great. I am so glad you're here. I want to tell everybody that the shop tour is brought to you by Broadly, who helps local auto shops grow through great customer experiences. Broadly attracts and captures leads, helps you communicate by text, collects contactless payments, and gathers reviews. Go to broadly.com. Thank you, Broadly, for bringing us Matt Lockowitzer today from Matt's Service. Hey, are you ready to show us your beautiful... Rick, put up that picture of the outside of this building again. This is just, this is off the charts. This is so nice. That's where Matt is right now, and it is in North Moorhead, Minnesota. Matt, I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend.
Sounds good. So I'm gonna get the camera flipped around here quick.
Okay, guys. Matt's going to do a camera flip. And always a little logistics to get that camera flip. Now, anyone out there who wants to be on our own shop tour, I'll give you the email address here in a minute. Go ahead, Matt.
All right. So this is our conference room. We use this for our management meetings for all 6 of our stores. I get all my managers and stuff together. We do our marketing meetings, different things like that in here. But we have it set up where they can connect their laptops to the 75-inch TV, and this makes our meetings more productive. So was a big thing. Have dual walk-in doors that come right from my office, so it's kind of fun, and
Cool.
it has been a great meeting space for us. So
Matt, what's the saying on the wall over there to the right? Okay, perfect. I love it. You are a John DeJulia's fan.
I am.
And I have an episode with John DeJulia's coming out in a few weeks.
Awesome. So we'll take you into our training room here. So this is where we host a lot of our events. We're on the 2nd level of the building. It's also is our lunchroom, but we have tables and chairs for 46. Then we take the chairs out. We have room for 80 people. We hold our women's and our teen events in this room. We've got a 4K projector, 150-inch screen. Whole building's wired for sound. It's all Bluetooth enabled, so everything's kind of done that way with that design in part. And then we also have it overlooks our service drive. We have a window that looks down into our service drive. So
off the charts, Matt.
Yeah. So I'll take you down and I'll show you our service drive here.
A version, what's that? Be the best version of you. I love it. Nice subliminal messaging, Matt. Very, very nice.
So this is our service drive. As you can see, it's kind of got a cool floor. We did an epoxy with some of our colors in there. So it's got orange and slate and different things like that.
Oh, I love that. Now that is the, okay, so you don't have any place to sit in there, do you?
Nope, our lobby's in a separate section, so that through that window you can actually see the lobby. I'll take you in there. But this is our check-in area, so the customers will come through this door. It has automatic sensors on it. So as they drive to it, the door opens on its own. They drive in and they get out of the car and comfort controlled area where it's nice and not getting out of rain or snow or anything like that. So
this is very much like a dealer service area.
Yep. This is kind of like a dealership service area. So, but it's got super tall ceilings in it too, so you can kind of see. And then they're seeing right there. It says "Welcome to Matt's Automotive" as they come in. So that door goes into the shop. So
very, very nice.
Our customer wait. This is our main entry. The customer has 2 choices when they come in. So this is our waiting area here.
Okay, so they come in the long service inbound bay, but they would wait then here.
Yep, this will be the waiting area. So we got a
Okay.
section set up for somebody that wants to do some work. Got a charging station here. There's two sides of this. So there's another section of waiting here. So that kind of gives you you can kind of got two different TVs set up. We got our menu boards up.
Okay.
Every picture on the wall is a black and white version of us that we've had professionally done, along with our awards and different things like that. We've won best of in our community for the last 6 years. So I'm
Wow.
obviously proud of that. And I'm big on sayings. So obviously, we have one. This is right outside our bathroom area. It says, "Don't forget to be awesome."
Nice.
Bathrooms are clean. Everything's new. So obviously, it's clean. But again, we have even in the bathrooms has a saying. So
Wow.
bathrooms
Messaging is very, very, very powerful.
Yep. It's all about how you can change somebody's day. You know, if one little thing can somehow change how their day goes, that's what we're trying to accomplishing. So.
Got it. So are you going to take us to the shop?
Yep, we're heading to the shop right now.
Beautiful.
This is kind of our little swag area. So we got our foxes and different things like that.
All right. So let me stop everyone right now and you see the bear. Go listen to Matt's podcast that we released today. Remarkable Results Radio is episode 557. And you'll hear the story about the bear. And it is just an awesome, awesome story.
Thank you. So we're going to head into the shop here. So first thing we have is our Hunter Quick Tread system. So every car that goes through the service drive automatically drives over these lasers, gives a digital printout of the wear pattern and tread depths of all 4 tires, sends it directly to our service advisors up front. So they have that information on the condition of the tires right off the bat. So this is the shop space here. We got 5 bays on this side. Then we have another 2 over here. It's all air conditioned, very well lit. We have a rotary alignment lift that's a flush mount with a brand new Hunter machine. That also connects to the front service drive. Air compressors are mounted above in the back corner of the shop, plumbed in. So that's kind of set up here.
Matt, did you build this from scratch?
I did. I designed it and built it. So
okay. And you have a real estate company that built it for you, obviously. And
Yep.
Yeah, that we talked about that in the episode. So you actually started with a blank piece of paper.
Yeah. We unfortunately, how I wound up building this building was the original site here. I had a shop. My roof collapsed last March, and we lost our building, and so I kind of had to start over here. So
very, very nice.
And our tool and equipment room in here. Everything's built in the whole building. Everything has motion lighting, and it's there so to save electricity and things like that. So instead of leaving things on all day long, we can kind of set it up where everything shuts off as it goes. So we got
Are
all
you
our special.
Matt, are you kind of a lean design shop where everything has its place so that you know where to go get it when you need it?
Yep. Everything is cataloged, so even like our special tools and such. Like everything is cataloged and numbered. So like we have a library system, so all 6 of my stores know what every store has on hand for tools. They can check them out. That way we know who has them, who's using them, and when they were checked out.
And how do you track it? What software would you use?
I don't remember the name of it. It's one that we used. It's actually for libraries is what uses it.
Okay. Yeah.
So I did some research online, found out, basically a software we can use to do things for checking out things. And we found that I want to say it's like $40 a month we pay for it, and it's well worth it.
Matt, do you actually barcode the item leaving, or do you actually just press a button?
It's inventory by the numbers, so they have to check it out by the numbers. So every tool has a number assigned to it, and that's how it pulls up what it is and the whole 9 yards. So it's kind of like an inventory system in general.
Got it.
So yeah, we got our lockers and stuff in here as well. So and then we have our scan tool cart, things like that we have. So.
Yeah. So everybody's saying, well, where's the technicians? I think what you did is you sent them to lunch, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah, we have 5 techs that work in the store, and yeah, we sent them all to lunch because I didn't want to have a bunch of noise in the background. So.
Yeah, some of our shop tours have so much noise. Matt said to me, he says, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna send them all to lunch so there's no noise."
There's one.
There's one. You got one. Hey, how are you? What's his name?
His name's Ben.
Well, hey, Ben, tell Ben we said hello and that he's being broadcast here on aftermarketweekly.com. Matt, and off the charts, as I said earlier, facility is very customer friendly. People should be so proud to work there, not only to bring their car there, but to work there and be part of this great company. Now, this is your 6th location?
Yeah, this was my original location, but it is the 6th location. So.
Oh, it was your original.
Yeah, this is where I started the company 11 years ago.
11 years ago, 6 operations. So can you imagine starting a company 11 years ago and then having a chance to rebuild it? Wow, how cool was that?
Yeah,
how cool was that?
It's been stressful but fun. So
stressful but fun. And I think everyone who's listening to this can relate to that. Would love to know the name of the checkout program. Okay, you find that information for me, Matt. Would you send it to me if you can?
Absolutely.
And
yep,
through Kim, I'll let you know whenever I get it. I'll try to post it in the show notes on the aftermarketweekly.com website. Hey, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, listen to his podcast that came out today, Remarkable Results Radio 557, and learn all about the teddy bear. And all about his community and all about the Girl Scouts and all the fundraising that you do. You have an incredible business, Matt. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
See you, man. Hey, wasn't that super cool? Oh, thank you to Matt. Next week, we're going to see Dick Zagman, Community Auto in Grand Rapids, Michigan, next week. Tom, I miss you. Get well. Come here and be my partner again. Now, let's do a little really quick here as we end the show. I got 3 trivia questions for you. I know you're going to know the answers. What cars are Brian O'Connor and Dominic Toretto racing at the end of the Fast and the Furious? Anybody remember? 1994 Toyota Supra Mark IV and a 1970 Dodge Charger RT. God, that Dodge Charger, that was just such a bad car back in 70. Next, here's another trivia. What was the first car launched into space? I bet you know that. Who else would it be but the Tesla Roadster on the Tesla rockets, right? And then here's something very interesting for you, and you should relate to this in a very big way. What is the most stolen car in America? In 2018, it was the Honda Civic, and I also believe in 2019 it was also the Honda Civic. Now, according to the FBI, a motor vehicle was stolen in the U.S. in 2018 at the rate of every 42.2 seconds. That amounts for 841 pilfered trucks and cars with an aggregate value of $6.3 billion in 2018. OMG, can you imagine? And so when you start to think about an older vehicle and a Honda Civic, it's all about the old parts. It's all about the parts. It's all about the parts that people need and want. Well, I had an absolute blast. Everything kind of went better this week since I was kind of running solo. Thank you to Rick Policarpio for producing this thing behind the scenes for us. And let's all wish Tom a fabulous recovery time. And get back here. We'll see you next week at noon Eastern, and also on the YouTube channel, on the aftermarketweekly.com. You can watch this post anytime you want. Thank you for being here on episode 12. Have a great week, everyone.